Hi, I'm Rob. I'm the main dev behind Frequency Sync, an experience that gamifies music visualizers and 3D puzzles. What I'm going to go over in this video is all the gameplay elements that we currently have as part of Frequency Sync. I could go into more detail, but I think the best way to show you is to just jump right in. So in Frequency Sync, the main core goal is to solve geometric puzzles. Right here we have a cube that's been broken up into different shapes. There are some parts that are solved that are pulsing to the music, and other pieces that are missing. So I'll skip through a few of the bits here of the tutorial. And so now we have our first piece. Generally when the puzzles start, you have all the pieces in front of you. But with the tutorial, we go one piece at a time. The pieces generally have some kind of clues of how they fit together. Sometimes it's their shape, other times it's the colors, other times it's both. And as you get closer, the shapes respond. So as you can see here, as it gets closer in, it starts to pulse more to the music. If I pull it away or rotate this, it doesn't. So then I know I'm close to the solution and I can bring it in. There we go, it's snapped together. And now we have a second piece. Pull that in. I can try and figure out how it fits together. So we've got a triangle, looks a little bit shorter on one side here. I can see that it starts to pulse to the music when I have them lined up like this, and I can bring them in together. And so that's the main core mechanic of Frequency Sync. And one of the main elements though is its audio-visual element to it. So you can see here, this piece is reacting to the music, and different pieces react to different parts of the music. Some to the bass, some to the mid, and some to the treble. So let's head on to another level here. This is a very similar piece, but for this one, there's actually 3 pieces we need to fit together. So where's the third here? Here we go. So come in here, you can rotate the pieces, the chord piece, as well as any of the other pieces in the puzzle. And once you grab them, you sort of pull them out of its orbit, and so they're free to rotate around. And that just sort of helps with your sort of spatial alignment of where everything fits together. So you can see here, it's starting to change color, it's starting to pulse, and there it snaps right in. And now with this piece, this one's a little bit trickier. Oh, I think I had it. So before I put this piece together, actually, one of the key elements of it is also sort of just cool visuals. So you can see here, this core piece has sort of a broken up, tessellated, quantified cube that sort of pulses to a wave here. So as I bring this in, start to see it start to pulse more. Alright, sometimes it's all about perspective. There we go. Now this last piece, some of that last puzzle. Okay. Now moving on to another piece here. So this one's a tetrahedron. You can see here there's one piece here, and there's another piece here. So we have 2 pieces we have to fit in. For this puzzle, I'm actually going to start with a smaller piece. So as I rotate it in, it starts to change color. I know it's getting closer. Then it starts to pulse. There we go, it snaps right in. And this piece. There we go. As you can see with this piece, the treble playing, some of the mid, different parts of the shape react differently. And it makes for really compelling visuals. Now I'm going to move on to something interesting. One of the core goals of Frequency Sync is to help you feel immersed in the music also. So in this level you can see that you have an orbit of particles reacting to the music, the bass ones in the far, and then treble in closer. And this one also has a lot more pieces to it. And so it relies on understanding where each of the pieces are and how maybe some of them might fit together. Like this one. There we go. Now this one, this shape. The wireframe can be meant as a bit of a guide to see how it all fits together. There we go. see in this level, again, keeping up that sort of cool core visual element, just sort of a ferrofluid that pulses to the music, with the basses in the bottom and trebles in the top. Building on top of the visuals and having visuals as part of a core element of the puzzles as well, we have these shard portals, broken shards. And with this, essentially, you can think of almost like mapped images of what the puzzle should look like. And from there, you can start to put it together. And when you have just a few puzzles, a few pieces, you can then ramp up the difficulty pretty easily to something like this. Go. Beyond just 3D geometric puzzles, we're also working on expanding on the concept, adding lasers, reflections, and larger, more immersive puzzles that you really need to immerse yourself into. I'll leave you here with its latest trailer. Hope you like it. Have a great day.